Hello, hello, hello. This is Pastor Jay with your word for today. I'm actually going live, so this is just a test. So if you can hear me okay, give me a call, or you want to chime in on this, I'll give you a number that you can call me at. Now that we're politically correct and we're woke and we're all of that, have you noticed something? Nobody wants to work. The wages have increased. Let's not even talk about inflation, but nobody wants to work. Where's the work ethic? And I'm 59 years old. Where's the work ethic that we grew up on? And it's not necessarily generational. Hold on, I got a call from my partner, Tanika Drake. Let me see what she's saying. Hello? Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ke- ke- All right. She's just telling me I got good sound quality. You want to talk you want to be on here too while I'm talking about it seems as if uh, there's no work ethic for a minute with me? All right, I got T. Drake of God's Gift Through His Word on the phone with me. And we were talking about this earlier, T, about it seems as if there's no work ethic. I know you're on your way to work, getting ready for work. What do you see out there as far as a work ethic?
It's very obvious that people don't want to work. They want to take more breaks and they want to engage in working, and they just don't want to be there.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the fact that it seems as if everybody just wants to be entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness without any sacrifice on the front end of life. Everybody wants the prize, everybody wants to be on top, the nice car, the bling bling, but they don't want to do what it takes to sustain that or maintain that or to earn it. They want it given to them just because they're here, just because they're breathing. And it's not necessarily generational. It's like it was a slow trickle into people who don't want to work. They don't want to work for it. They want it to be given to them. And they think that they have the right to have it just because the government is willing to give out money, not understanding the more money government prints, the less value it has. It's just like anything else. The less of it, the more value it is. And just to throw money at people who are not used to taking care of themselves, not used to paying bills, is a fruitless thing. And now that we're here, we got inflation, we got a possible recession, and the people that's going to hurt the most are those at the bottom who thought that throwing money at it was going to solve the problem, and it's not.
Absolutely.
It's not. It's not. You have to be willing to sacrifice at some point to get where you want to go. And we have a generation of grandparents actually taking care of their children still who are in their 30s and 40s and now taking care of their grandchildren. And what I see in that a lot of times when I listen to the story of many people who talk to me about their grown children, I ask them, you suffered to get where you wanted to go. You went to school, you got your degrees, you worked on a job, you had a career, you was on the grind, you made a better life for your children. But did you ever teach your children the value of struggle and suffering? Did you ever teach them that? Did you eliminate everything from them because you wanted them to have a better opportunity, not knowing that part of the better opportunity was to teach them how to deal with controversy, suffering, and struggle to make the victory worthwhile? What do you think?
Well, see, and that's what you're talking about with some of the entitled people that we have. And you tell me all the time that it's really not an age thing. But when that part of struggling for something has been removed, then you do not no longer appreciate anything. There's no value to it anymore because things have just been handed to you over and over and over again. So why would anyone want to take the time to have any struggle when things are being handed to you? There's no value in the dollar. There's no value in hard work because I'm just being given everything. Why would I want to go work? If you're going to give it to me, I don't need to do it. It's kind of pointless.
Yeah. And hold on. And I just want to have fun. I want a job to where I can have fun. I want recess for the rest of my life. And I want somebody to pay me to have recess. Okay. And that's not reality. When I was in the real estate business and the mortgage business, and I used to rehab houses and be a landlord, 99% of the women, 99% of my clients were women with children, and they had boyfriends, but they were on the system while their boyfriend either worked or didn't work, but would never take pride in getting them off the system. They would never say, you know what, I don't want you on the system no more. I'm going to work. We're going to do this, and we're going to get out here and do our family. No, they want to stay on the system, entitled system, to which they're lying about. And then they allow the man to come in and live there. And he doesn't have to be committed to anything, but yet still they want to tell my crew what to do. No, I used to tell the ladies, my contract is with you, not with your guy. I don't care if he's there or not, but he can't come and be the boss when he's not paying the rent. It's the taxpayers paying the rent, the ones that were on Section 8, and that's just an interesting thing. There's so many dynamics to this, so many moving parts. And what it does, it erodes the moral fabric. We too sensitive on sexual issues, of who you having sex with, what having sex, and now we're half woke and all that stuff. But where's the work ethic? Where's the grind ethic? Where's the fact that if a man doesn't work, he don't eat? Those old principles of scripture. Let's just start there. Let's not worry about LBGTQ and all that other stuff. See, that's a distraction. Yeah. If you're not working, no matter what your sexual orientation is, what difference does it make? And you want to live on the government? You got to provide for yourself regardless. Yeah, you got to provide for yourself and your family, whatever makeup it is. Mm-hmm. So it's just erosion of the moral ethic, the work ethic, and it's all about you. Everybody's selfish. Everybody's selfish. It's all about making them happy. I want to be happy at home. I want to be happy what I'm doing. I want to be happy, 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 happy. But you haven't paid the cost to be happy. See, the suffering to work towards happiness. The time, and as African American, our parents had to work to be happy. Wasn't no free lunch. You had to make it happen. Entrepreneurism, you had to make it happen. It's so many young Black men that I talk to in their 30s that their question to me all the time is, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? I said, to work and take care of your children. That's not fun. I need something else bigger than that. I want to bling. Okay, but first you need to take care of your children that you've made. Mm-hmm. You need to take care of this woman that you're not going to marry, but you're just going to live off with her for the rest of your life and probably offer her until you use up her youth. See, they don't like preaching and talking like that. They want somebody, see, and what has the church done on one scale? They have shifted into this mode of, they know they want ears, the ears that want to be tickled, as the Bible says. And somebody right now is listening to me, and you got plans on going to a deliverance service, whatever they name it, whatever they claim it to be, and you're going to get one of them lines, a $50 line, $100 line, $200 line. You might even get a $1,000 line. And what you want to be told is what you can give as a lottery to God, so you ain't got to work for it. And the prophets know that, and they're going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. I've never heard a prophet, because I go investigate some of these things, tell a person, you know what? You need to get off your butt and go to work. You need to quit being so lazy looking at TV all day. You need to make it happen for your family. Thus saith the Lord. No, you're going to be told that you're wonderful and you're okay and right where you're at, and God is going to bless you anyway. That's a trick of the enemy.
Yeah, well, you can't get blessed if you're not going to, like you said, you're not going to put no work in. How can that happen? Even if you wanted to be an entrepreneur, you still have to sacrifice something, sometime, some kind of tender, something in order to get that which you watch others have. You can look at all these gurus, but even when they're tricking you, they had to sacrifice something in order to learn how to trick you to get your money. But you're not going to even sit down to keep that kind of time, because you got to be committed to doing that. Yeah. And there's no commitment, then there's no work ethic, and everything just goes away, because there's enjoyment in working regardless, but people don't want to do it. It's just the not just the work ethic, but people are just lazy.
Yeah.
You don't want to do nothing.
Right. Right. As Sergeant Schultz say, I know nothing, I see nothing, I do nothing. But look, Sergeant Schultz, the fattest thing in the camp, because the prisoners to feed him. It's funny. It's just funny. There's no commitment. There's no accountability. I call it CAR, C-A-R, commitment, accountability, responsibility. There's none of that. And there's no consistency. They want it right now. Microwave. That's another rant. You want to microwave it right now. It's like, okay, I put in 2 months and now I should get some time off. What? When I was working for the county, you didn't get any month. You didn't get no time off when you was on probationary period. Somebody know what I'm talking about out there. You had to work 6 months to a year before you got anything. Tell them what's happening at your job. You just come in and you can start taking off immediately.
Yes, you can. I mean,
with no time.
The thing about it is, there's not a problem if you got an emergency or you got to deal with your family. I understand all of that, but you took a job because you wanted to work. But to take a job and not want to even be there, why did you apply? Why would you come and take a job that you don't really want to be there at? Then just quit and go do something else. If you want to go home and stay home, then stay home. Instead of taking up taxpayers' money or the employer's money, and you just don't want to be there.
Yeah, there's no performance. Just showing up is good enough. It's no value. It's no excellence. And what's happening is the gap between the have and have-nots is not only economical, but it's value. It's ethics wise. The haves have a high ethic, high work ethic, high sense of morality, high sense of we are in this to win it together. The other way is selfish. It's all about you. And again, you think you're entitled to life, which you are, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. It says pursuit. That means you go after it. It doesn't just come to you just because you're breathing. Some of my peers, you know it. You worked hard, man. Y'all went to school. Y'all did what you grinded. Entrepreneurs. Some of you went on the wrong path like I did, but recovered. It's like, man, all I know is grind, because that's what my parents instilled in us. I mean, I remember at a young age having to cut the grass. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You were some boy or girl. Your parents made you rake the leaves and cut the grass. There wasn't no lawn service. You was the lawn service. Some of you learn how to clean the house, wash cars, all that stuff. I remember washing my daddy's car before he went out. Me and my brother. I mean, we had to do that, but it taught us something. And then when I started buying property and stuff with my son and my nephew, man, why do I need a lawn service when I got two young men? Put them out there to cut grass, and that little bit of suffering, that little bit of you got to do this made a difference. My daughter worked in the office, made a difference. We made a mistake by taking all the suffering away. We made a mistake in that. I'm saying that's collectively. Some of us individually, I didn't do that, and some of you haven't. But collectively, you go. It's like your children don't even know how to balance a checkbook. All they know how to use is the card, and the card gives you that false sense that you got money all the time.
Yeah.
Paying bills on time is fleeting. I sit up and try to pay my, between the 1st and the 5th, I sit and pay my bills like my mama used to sit with that bag. Some of y'all know your mama sat with this bag, or your dad sat with this bag, or sat at the table, and they paid their bills, and they got satisfaction and joy out of their bills being paid. And then whatever they had left, they made it work.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's the reverse now. Let the bill go. I'm going to the club. I deserve to have fun, but you haven't worked. But I want to have some fun. So I'm going to go spend $500 at the club, buy some smoke, and ride around in a car I can't afford. And that's fun. I mean, who rents cars to just go to a party? I mean, that's a phenomenon I just heard about a couple of times from some young men. They actually rent a car for the weekend to go to the club. Now, nobody sees them pull up in the club to ride around and floss as if they have it, but they don't. It's amazing to me. So the children that are exceeding right now, the 30-year-olds that are really doing it, they tend to have this work ethic. And it's not that they're so great and so awesome. They're just learned to sacrifice on the front end so they can enjoy the back end. It's like trading in a nickel for a dime. A nickel looks larger, but it's deceptive because the dime is worth more. But to the person who's uninformed, they'll say, give me the nickel because it's bigger and it's shinier. And you know what I'm saying? It's huge, but it's not worth as much. We need to get back to a solid work ethic, because guess what? Who has a solid work ethic? The Hispanics. I have a situation where I have contacts with people with GM, and they have a job fair every Thursday. And I tell young men about this. GM now is used to have to, from what I understand, used to have to be there until somebody quit. And, you might be a temp for 6 or 7 years, 5 years. And now they said that If you're there 2 years, you're guaranteed to be a permanent person. 2 years. And you're talking about good money. My brother works for a large construction company up in Colorado. He's a project manager, and he said he can't find people to work. $26, $27 an hour. The Hispanics are taking the job, but he can't find any African American young men that want to work, and they'll teach you how to do construction. Yes, you get a shovel at first, but you get a shovel at $26 an hour. Think about all the opportunities out here. DoorDash, Uber. Man, when we were growing up, and I need somebody vouching, man, when we were growing up, the only thing we could do was work at the fast food or hustle some yards. Now they can do all of that and more. I wish they would have had Uber and DoorDash back when we were growing up, because we were all riding around in nice cars, delivering sandwiches. Oh my God. Dropping by McDonald's, that we go by there anyway. And all I gotta do is take it down the street, and you gonna pay me? Man, we got to get back to a work ethic. And you can't throw money at it, and you can't legislate it. What do you think about that? You think you can legislate a work ethic?
No, that's not possible either, because what we've been watching since the stimulus and all of that, the more money you throw at a problem, the more you create another problem, right? So the money that you thought you were doing to help people, it actually backfired. And you wonder after that stimulus money, well, what are they doing now to sustain themselves? Well, it doesn't matter, because they're going to go find a food stamp office, a welfare office, and they're going to claim they don't have any money, which is very true. And now you have to help these people on the system when they could work, because the jobs are plentiful, but they don't want to do that. They've been so used to sitting at home for about a year to 2 years, not doing nothing. Why should I go back to work to get off my tail and go do something? I just want to collect money, and that's what the government can do. All you got to do is supply your paperwork. It might be annoying, but as long as I get my money, which is my cash assistance, my medical, and my nutrition, what do I really have to do? Just giving the information, and I'll still get taken care of. The government's going to take care of me. Now that they've already given me the money, it's gone. Now I tell them I don't have any money. Now you guys are still going to take care of me.
And you work in the social service field of giving money out, so you know what you're talking about. Think about this. Right. And what you tell me is you got people who are learning how to beat the system. They're trying to figure out how to beat the system so they continue to get money. They'll say, okay, what needs to be said so I get the money? Well, a year ago, I said I had a guy living with me. Now I'm going to say, no, he doesn't. Then you look back at the case, you say, why does this thing keep flagging? Well, a year ago, they said somebody was with them. They'll say a brother or something. It's like, depending on the political climate at the time, the people learn how to say what they need to say to get the money.
Exactly.
And again, there's a whole bunch of you ladies out here, that you're getting Section 8 and you're living with a guy that's got a job. But you have to ask your question, who's really your boss? Who really takes care of you? Does the government take care of you? If this guy had any pride, and I know I'm making some people mad, so what? You can call in and cuss me out if you want to in a minute. Would he take pride in getting you out and getting you on his own so he can really beat his chest and talk about, I'll take care of my family? No. He drops you off. Or what about remember we talked about this? He drops you off at work in a nice car and drives off. And you working. You know what I'm saying? And don't look under your seat when you get in the car, ladies. You might find a pair of something that don't match your size. And he been riding around this nice car that you paying a note on. But it's crazy, like I say, it's work ethic thing. It's really bad, especially when you see fast food restaurants closing at 6:00 because they don't have enough workers.
And still paying
$15, $17 an hour.
Fast food restaurants nowadays.
Yeah, $15, $17 an hour. You going into the restaurant and there's only one waitress for 30 people in there, telling you not that you're going to have to wait to get a table for 30 minutes. Well, that's a wait. You're going to have to wait 30, 40 minutes to get your food. Because there's only one cook. There's only one of this. There's only one of that. But we're looking for people. I'm hiring. We're hiring. Hotels. They don't have enough people to clean the rooms. So what they do now, they did it for COVID, but they're still doing it. Here's a bunch of tiles. You got to call us if you want your room clean. Because we don't have enough people. Something happened during COVID where either something happened. I don't believe it's all death, but something happened with the psyche of America to whereas they don't want to work. And I ain't gonna say we, I'm gonna say we as a whole, but we don't want to work. I know there's some exceptions. If somebody call me and tell me about how everybody's working, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all those who are out here. And y'all know they're out here. Some of you grandparents in my age group, you not only do you have your son or daughter living at home with you, you got the grandkids too. And you still working. You can't even retire.
They can't afford to retire.
Because you got to take care of them. So yeah, that's my rant. T, I'm gonna see if anybody want to call and discuss this some more. And yeah, this is just a test of our live system. We're going to get back to Monday morning conversation with Pastor J and T Drake real soon. But yeah, thank you for calling, T, and you have a good day at work.
Okay, thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. So we live. I'm gonna give you a number. You can call this number, and if you want to sound off on this work ethic thing, am I wrong? Am I right? Or what, do you have a different opinion about this? Do you have some information that can help me understand? You can call 314-224-0365 if you want to sound off on this. I am willing to be corrected. I'm willing to discuss it. I'm willing to find some answers because our answers are not in Washington, D.C. or any state house. You can't legislate ethics. You can't legislate love. None of that stuff. As many laws they put on the book for everything, you can't legislate the core of man to be right. That's the assumption that goes wrong. The assumption is these good people. Well, if there's all these good people, why is crime rate going up? Why we can't find anybody to do the jobs? And I mean the good paying jobs. Don't want to work. 314-224-0365. You can call me and we can discuss this. And you don't have to even give your name. Just tell me what's on your mind when it comes to this work ethic. Now that we're trying to be so politically correct and so woke and so affirming everything, denying nothing, and everybody has a truth and everybody is right. There's no collective anymore. There's no family orientation anymore. It's just whatever you want to do to make you happy so you can have some fun. So that's just my opinion. You may have one. 314-224-0365. You can call if you want to. This is the first time we're doing this. And we will have call-ins once we start back with Monday morning conversations. So again, I just want to give a few more minutes. I just want to thank you for coming on and listening. Like I say, go into the comments if you got something to say. Love to hear your voice and talk to you about these issues. So I want you to have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your weekend. And this is Pastor J, Walk Truth Radio Network. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.